that Jana was assigned to speech Sanora's evaluate Sanora's speech, but she asked me to do it as she is not here. So I'm going to evaluate Sanora's speech. So let me start. How many of you decided to use LinkedIn after Sanora's speech? 1, 2, 3. Oh, too many. Yeah, thank you. Well, this question, why I'm asking this question? Because Sanora's main speech goal was writing a speech with a purpose, which means she had to have a goal, a clear goal, and her goal was pursuing everyone using LinkedIn in their professional career. So as many of you answered that you have decided to use LinkedIn, I assume that she succeeded in this, in her goal, yes? Are you? Yes?
Yes.
Let's applaud. So the things I liked more in her speech was eye contact with everyone. She was very confident using the stage, going right forward, this way, backwards, and so on. But she had very good eye contact with you, and her pace was also good. Do you agree? So she had everything clear, structured. Visual aids were also perfect, so you can see every detail about LinkedIn, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And also like the structure, as I said, yes. How she started, then she pointed 2, 3 more benefits of using LinkedIn and why you should use LinkedIn, yes? So, but there is also something to work on. As a public speaker, you have to work on all the time. And there are 2 main things I want to mention. Sanora, where are you? I can't see you. Okay. Yeah, I want you to work on is that your body language. So your hand gestures were always here. Your hands was always here, and you were using it too much unnecessary, I can say, gestures. So I want you to use next time, like if you don't need hand gestures, just send it like this. And if you want to mention something, you have to use intentional gestures. For example, LinkedIn has 3 beneficial points. 3, first one, second one, and third one. Okay? So this way, your audience will remember the information that you're giving very easily. So the next thing I want to work on is vocal variety. So your pace was good, but the vocal variety was not wasn't enough, I would say. So why? But because it was a little bit monotonous. Yes, everything was in one line. So it was informational and in one line. It was like another public speaking, but it was like lecturing someone. Maybe the next time you will work on and your speech will get better. Okay. So in conclusion, I want to recommend you to challenge yourself, maybe to add something humorous in your speech, so making everyone laughing, or maybe adding something inspirational to reach your goal in encouraging everyone using LinkedIn. So thank you. That's all from my side. So we'll move on to the next evaluator. Next evaluator is Amir. So.
Bravo. Excellent job. I consider it's very useful because I sure that many us problem with sleeps. Yes? Yes. I recommend you improve this because when you sleeping good, you feel like you can't move. Also, like when you sleep bad, you're not feeling good. I consider you can use more like move and the body language, like, do you know what is this? And last time I noticed it, you are very activity man, especially Kazakh Toastmasters. When you we gave speech when we were planning to close this project, and you were very activity. Sometimes I considered you were like phenomenal, but today you are preparing very good, but today you not printed evaluation list. It's not my duty, please remember. It's duty speaker, and you also didn't try printing, and you ask me, can you print it, and you see this place. What is? Well. Also. I recommend you work with audience better, and you feel comfort when you give speech. I love your speech, but please next time please bring this with you, okay?
Sorry, sleep deprivation problems.
Thank you.
Today, our word of the day is invigorating. You have not been an invigorating audience. Let's start with the wave. You know the wave, yes? Stand here. Good. Let's go. Right here. Go. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Back this way again. Back. Up. You have to make noise when you do it. Ready? Go. Stand up. Go. Okay, that is an invigorating audience. See, one of the things that makes for a good speaker is when they get the energy from the audience, yes? Today, Akmaral did a great job. Her job was to give a speech with a purpose, right? When you're a coach, you have a game plan, right? What are we going to do? Who's going to defend who? How are we going to win this game? Then, you have to execute on it, right? So Akmaral had to think ahead. She gave thought. She had structure. She talked about her life before Austria and then after Austria. Yes? And she talked about how it changed her, how her environment changed her interests. Do you know what her interests were? There's two interests that she developed in Austria. One was, yeah, show me, hiking. Come on, stand up, hike. Let's be invigorated, hiking. What was the second thing? Biking, yeah, let's go. Oh, good, biking. And I like what she talked about. It changed her. But it didn't just change her, it changed her family and friends. Did you notice that structure? Hiking, biking, it rhymes, and then family and friends, FF, alliteration. It's a great thing to use to help us remember. What she didn't do was to repeat those things, to go. She could have said several times. What helps us in a speech, we have both content and delivery, right? Content is your game plan. Delivery is your execution. So when you want to have a speech with a clear purpose, you need to repeat things several times. And so she kind of did it a little bit. But also when you think about sports and basketball, you have to keep people alert. Are you guys alert back there? Whoa! Nice job. Let's wake up. Everyone's wake up.
Not over here.
Now you're awake. So when you give a speech, one of the things you could have done better is using your vocal variety, connecting with people, tossing something to them. Something like that, the game is basketball, then you have people's attention, they're engaged and following you. So overall, good job because you talked about your family, your friends, your interests, how when you came back to Kazakhstan, you brought them into it. And then I loved what you did at the end. You talked about the Toastmasters environment, how it's a new surrounding and how it's going to shape your interest. And you inspired us to say, you are having an influence on her, and she's having influence on you. It goes both ways. And so, after tonight, you're not going to be the same person you were before you stepped in here. And Akmaral is surely not the same person because she took a step of faith to come up here and share about her life with you and me. Thank you very much. I will give you permission. Yes, I'm done.
I can see people going that way and looking at you and was like, what's going here? So they were interested as well, not only this Retired, yes, president. And she's going to evaluate Michelle's speech. And her answer to my question was, she is like me. I don't play neither watch basketball, so we are not a sporty person. Please welcome Aizhan.
At the age of 11, I was hit by a basketball. It ended my interest almost in every sport. These days, I only do ping pong and badminton because that's not that big. Yeah, and it's safer. So, Michelle, thank you so much for introducing me and the audience with the abbreviation TCK, because I didn't know that you can use it this way. Thank you. You try to engage audience by asking about their experience of living abroad or maybe traveling somewhere else. I believe it made it very interesting and proactive. Your project purpose was to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. I know that it's very challenging because times that Michelle was given is from 18 to 20 minutes, which is a lot, and you have to make it humorous, engage audience with some storytelling, anecdotal stories maybe, or some jokes. So Michelle tried to engage audience with using video, with inviting Hosan on stage and asking him questions. So I think it was a great idea, but what I would like to suggest, since I'm here to help Michelle to grow as a public speaker, even I'm not a native speaker and she is, but still, I would recommend maybe to ask Sergeant at Arms or maybe Toastmaster to back up you when you are using some extra visual aids like video, and also check the sound, because loud sounds could be invigorating, right? but the video was too loud and it was difficult to follow it. So this is my suggestion. And it was also funny to hear nice swear words in Russian from you. Maybe you could practice more and work on your time management. Since I know it's very challenging to not bore your audience to death and make it very humorous. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Aizhan, for such a short evaluation, but also it was very, very helpful, I think. So this time our evaluation has ended, and we should move on to our next session since we have limited time. So, Madam Toastmaster Aizhan, please welcome on stage. Okay, we need to vote for the best evaluator. So, here you can scan. Was timer? Was everyone on time?